Africa to the north of Africa, from west of Africa to the east of Africa. Traore, oh Traore, last hope of the land, freedom's torch, Africa unite.
It's either you do or you die.
Ibrahim Traore is the president of Africa.
Ibrahim Traore, are you standing with Ibrahim Traore?
Whenever Africa does anything positive, Europe has to jump on there.
Jump on
it, because the reason why economically things have happened for the last 800 years is because Africa has stayed in the same place.
I would say to Abraham Traore, he's doing a brilliant
job,
professional job.
Ce que je voulais lancer à mes frères burkinabés.
As an African, what would you do to Ibrahim Traore?
Are you going to support him? I'm going to support him.
Today is all about Africa. Today is all about raising Africa, bringing the light to Africa. Today is the voices of Africa. Today I will be going out and asking African people if they support Ibrahim Traore to bring the light to Africa, to be the head president of Africa, to united Africa, to make Africa great. I will be going and asking African people if they really and truly support Ibrahim Traore. Come with us and let's find out.
Ibrahim Traore is the president of Africa. All president of Africa should be like Ibrahim Traore, the president of Burkina Faso. He is the representative of everything.
The only hope of the land, God bless, God bless, the only hope of Africa. Ibrahim Captain Traore of Burkina Faso, the commander-in-chief of the Burkinabe land, of course. Now the foreign support has become much penetrated in the land of Africa, in the land of Burkina Faso. Because what we are experiencing in Burkina Faso today, what we are experiencing across the globe, is something that you cannot even explain. It's something that you cannot even imagine that it is happening towards Africa. When we talk about Ibrahim Traore, we are not just talking about Ibrahim Traore as personal, but we are talking about Africa. Because today, if someone is talking about Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso, exactly is talking about Africa. Or even if someone is talking about Africa in diaspora, then he must talk about Ibrahim Traore. This means that this guy is now at this time holding the name of the continent of Africa, but not of his name as captain or the name of his country as Burkina Faso. Africa has now brought up to the light because of Ibrahim Traore. The foreign support is now being of more unpredictable to the land of Africa. Africa has just been known for the violence, for the crisis, for the criminal, for all those bad names, all sort of intimidation. But at this time, for once, people are speaking towards Africa in a good way. People are talking towards Africa in a positive way. We love this, and we love this, and that's why we are praying each and every day that Almighty God and Allah protect Captain Ibrahim Traore because of what he's holding. What happened in earlier days or in ancient years, we cannot allow it to happen today. Because what happened to the former revolutionary leaders, if we let it to happen today towards Ibrahim Traore, you know what? We will not only lose Ibrahim Traore as person, but we will lose the millions of the dreams of Africans. We will lose the millions of ideas of Africans. We will lose the millions of the freedom of Africa for the coming new generations. If they assassinate Ibrahim Traore, they have not assassinated Traore, but they have assassinated the ideas of Africa. They have assassinated the dreams of Africa. They have assassinated the future of Africa. Because let me just give you this example. Before the coming of Ibrahim Traore, before the rise of Ibrahim Traore. We've never heard about this issue of African Americans migrating from Europe, from America, from Russia, from Asia to come back to Africa. This is only happening after Traore came up and said that all the Africans who are in diaspora, all Africans who are in foreign countries, they have to come back to their motherland. They have to come back to Africa so that they can build Africa together, so that they can come and invest in their motherland. They can come and introduce themselves, introduce their business, introduce and feel free to their motherland, because this is where they were originated. This is their place. They have to come and hold their ancestral identities. And since that time, that's when we started experiencing the large number of African Americans flocking to Africa. Let me first show you this picture. These are the people from Ghana. These are the African American who arrived in Ghana, and they were even given a free identity of Africans, free citizenship of Africans. So they are at this time they are a legal migrants of Africa or of Ghana. So they are not just giving thanks for the government of Ghana, but they are just giving thanks for the wake up of Ibrahim Traore, for the call of Ibrahim Traore. Because if he could have not did this, maybe it could have happened, but not this time. But at least at this time, we are talking something that at least we are seeing it is happening. We are giving the live testimony for what we are seeing happening. We've talked a lot and many years towards Thomas Sankara, towards Patrice Lumumba, Muammar Gaddafi. You know, most of us don't even, or most of us even never experienced the leadership or the life of Thomas Sankara. But we were just talking about it because we did the research. Some of us, some just listens as the stories. But at least at this time, we are talking about someone whom we are seeing and we are watching what he's doing in Africa. So that's why I said that if they assassinate Traore, if Africans let this to happen, then it means that the dreams of Africa, the future generation of Africa will be assassinated, not as person or Ibrahim Traore. So we have an assignment to do. The assignment of Africans all over the world is to protect Ibrahim Traore for whatever comes in, for whatever comes across his way, for whatever intimidation and the critics that comes towards his life. We have to be on the front line to criticize all that is happening that is not for the interest of the common citizens of Africa. This guy is doing great towards Africa. He is doing great. He is doing great. That none of African leaders at this generation has imagined of doing it. None of African leaders has even ideas of doing it. But at least he is trying to carry the dignity of Africa. He is preaching the freedom of Africa. He is preaching, spreading, advocating the independence of Africa. I just want to hear the reaction of the Black Americans who have arrived in Africa, and they feel like let them tell us how they feel being in Africa for the first time. Some of them being in Africa for the first time. I've shown you the clips of those Black American celebrities of all time that we have been used to know them or to see them, to watch them, in our televisions as they do good in music. These are the pioneers, or the Black Americans, the pioneers of music in America. They're the ones who are carrying the industry of music. They're making a lot of money. They're boosting economy in terms of music in American economy. So they are doing this. Most of them, they have never even stepped in Africa. But I like some of them that who they have at least reached in Africa, they have arrived in Africa, they have experienced life in Africa, and they have loved the condition and everything in Africa. And this is what they have to say.
So, going for a beautiful walk here in this beautiful day, and I wanted to share this message with you guys. By the way, I'm here in Lusaka, Zambia. Check the view out, y'all. Check it out. Okay, so with that being said, back to why I was making this video. Have you guys heard the news about Captain.IBRAHIM TRAORE? That he's welcoming back the diaspora back to Africa, back to Burkina Faso, right? So now, me being originally from the US, from America, but I've been living here in Africa now since 2020. I've always been, educating people, giving people advice on why they should move back to the continent of Africa. And also, the more of us that comes back from the diaspora to Africa, the more of us that comes here to invest, right? To do business here is better, because we can't depend on the government or the president of any country in the world to fix everything, right? It's just quite impossible. So a lot of times it's going to take us to develop our neighborhoods. It's going to take us to invest our money to, start businesses. The same way they're doing in Ghana. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but in Ghana, the Black Americans, African Americans in Ghana, is really lit right now, right? There's a lot of them there doing all type of different businesses and stuff. So, with that being said, this is the same thing that's getting ready to happen very soon in Burkina Faso. And remember, I'm saying this to you. People are going to start moving the same way you see all the Black Americans that has already moved to Ghana, right? This is the same thing that's about to start happening very soon. If not, I believe it already started happening, because Captain.IBRAHIM TRAORE, if you've seen how he's developing his country, how he's developing Burkina Faso, they have an airline now, right? They got 2 airplanes as of now with this video, which is a very good thing, because they didn't have any prior to that. I believe the first one has shut down or something. But anyway, he's creating jobs. They got a big tomato factory. They got a big wheat factory. They're creating jobs and everything.
Hi guys, so today let's look at Hollywood celebrities that fell in love with Africa and decided to track their roots from Africa. Others also went in for dual citizenship. So number 1 on the list happens to be Atlanta rapper and actor Ludacris. The wife is originally from Gabon, and on his Instagram page he confirmed having his Gabonese passport. Currently he is a Gabonese. Also, we've seen Ludacris visiting other parts of Africa, including Ghana, Gabon, among other places in Africa. Number 2 also happens to be Samuel L. Jackson. He's originally from the United States, but then he decided to track his ancestry, which he later found out that he is from Gabon. So this took him back to Africa. He visited the president of Gabon, among other interesting places in Africa. So we all know Idris Elba. Idris Elba is originally from London, but then he found fame in America. He also came out saying he's from Sierra Leone, which he announced he was given his father's native citizenship, which is Sierra Leone. So born and raised in New York, she happens to be one of the few actresses whose movies inspired a lot of people, including this movie known as Serafina. She was born originally in New York, but she decided to track her roots to Africa, of which the test indicates that she is from Guinea-Bissau. Although she is here to visit Africa with the fear of flying, she happens to be one of the few celebrities who is super proud of her roots. So we all know Oprah Winfrey, one of the most successful Black women in the history of media. Her ancestry can be tracked to 3 different countries in Africa.
Welcome back. So when we say that we need more Africans to come back in Africa and we build so that we can build this Africa together, it is not that we are talking about you only, but there are many of you who have come to Africa. There are a lot of people like you who have come to Africa, and they have experienced a lot. They have loved what they have find in Africa, because the history that they were provided towards Africa is not the same that they have come and find in Africa. What they were installed in their minds according to Africa is a very totally different from what they have come and experienced in Africa. Just tell me, if you, even if you are the one, you come to you've been raised in another place, and then you go to a certain place, you find the people that are there are the same, they are similar to you. You share everything, skin color, everything, hair, and everything that you have, you share with those people. No one can recognize you as being different from that people, from those people. Then tell me, how can you experience? How can you feel? Automatically, you will feel good. You will feel good for you joining with the people that you look alike. So when we are saying that we need more to come and build Africa, we need more to come so that we can fight this war together of uniting Africa. We mean this. We mean, because if you don't believe, then you have to listen from the one who have experienced, the people who are the same of you, but you have experienced what we are talking about. Then you will know what we are talking about. Then you will be eager to come and experience by yourself. This is what you are trying to do. This is what you are trying to say. For those who are supporting Ibrahim Traore in Africa, in diaspora, Africans, the people who are the foreigners who just feel humanity, because what Ibrahim Traore is trying to do is just humanity. It's just a favor. Because we have 54 leaders of Africa, but none of them have come to do what this guy is trying to do. Most of them, they are just focused. They have just focused their countries. Some don't even bother about their countries. They're just focused with their lives and their families. They just focus on what they got at the end of the day. But this guy has sacrificed his life just to fight for the Africans, just to stand by the Africa. So this guy need his flower when he's still alive. It is not good to celebrate people after their life, people that, so it's not of no any benefit saying that Thomas Sankara was good, Lumumba was good, Malcolm X was good. They are no longer, they are no more. So even if we praise them each and every day, morning to evening, nothing will change, nothing will happen. They will not come back. So it is better, advisable to celebrate the people who are alive and they're doing things that is best, doing things that is like a sacrifice to our life. Then we have to show them love. We have to show them their support. We have to prove to them that what you are doing, of course, it is something that is bearing fruits. Of course, what Ibrahim Traore has did, it has bared a lot of fruits, because most of the people are coming to Africa. They are enjoying the life of Africa. They are enjoying the experience of Africa. And this is what we were praying for. This is what we were praying for each and every day. So they say, so I say that freedom, we've been singing this long that freedom is coming. Freedom is coming. But at this time, we are saying that already freedom, we have it. Already we are having it. We are having it in our hands. So what we have to do is to maintain it. What we have to do is to make sure that no one come again to interfere with it. No one again come to interfere with the African dreams, to interfere with the African sovereignty, to interfere with the African unity. Because this is what we've been fighting for. This is what our freedom, our ancestors and freedom fighters fought for over decades. Until this time, at least we are seeing that we are holding this in our hands. So we have to maintain it. We have to unite so that to make this stronger, so that to make this bond stronger, and to make sure that no one come and access, no one is given chance or opportunity to come and interfere with the dreams and the plans of Africa. This is Kenyan Diaspora. Tell me what you have in the comment section. If this is the first time you have visited this channel, then kindly subscribe to the channel for more videos, for more things that I am bringing to you of Africa. We are doing this because we need the best Africa. That's why we are doing it African way. Tell me what you have in the comment section. Speak out your views. We have to discuss this. We have to talk about this. We have to change something somewhere. We have to install a new mind in African generation, in African youth. so that we can make them know what you're talking about, make them know and know more about the history of Africa. Ibrahim Traore, more life, and more life towards the captain and the king of Africa, Ibrahim.